Hello, welcome back. I just finished watching Dragon Ball GT episode 38 for the very first time, and I liked it more than the last two. This episode, what I really like about this episode was that it had much more of a dramatic, climactic feeling to it. You know what I mean? Well, I'll explain it first. That's my feeling coming out of this episode, but I'll explain what happens. So, basically, Goku's at the end of his rope. Trunks, Goten, and Gohan come in to save the day, and Goten and Trunks were about to fuse, and I was like, oh my gosh, are we gonna get, adult Gotenks? And then Goku was like, no, don't fuse, and I was disappointed momentarily. I really would have loved to see adult Gotenks. But anyway, Goku's like, just give me all of your energy so I can become full power again. And they're like, yeah, okay, we'll do that. But then Baby's like, no, I'm not going to give you the time of day. So then there's a chase scene with Baby, which I really actually enjoyed. And then, Oob comes back, and I was like, whoa, because I had totally forgotten about what happened to Oob. But I'm like, that's a really good, like, comeback, because Oob is, like, he was turned into chocolate and thrown inside of, and eaten by Baby, but now he's, like, back, and he's attacking Baby from the inside, and I'm like, whoa! That's such a great, like, moment to come back, and, like, that was really great. Like, I didn't even think that would happen. I thought he was out of the picture, but that was such a great moment. And super exciting too. And so they begin transferring the power to Goku, but then Oob gets spit out, and then Baby fires a blast, and we think it's over, but we all know it's not over because this is Dragon Ball, and Goku's back to full Super Saiyan 4, and then Goku's like, yeah, let's have our final fight right now, and then they begin fighting, and that's the end of the episode. What's really weird, though, which I will mention, is that, like, when Baby fires his beam to attack Goku and the rest of them, like, Goku only saves Pan. Like, the rest of them were like, I don't know why Goku only saved Pan, because Gohan was the one in front. Like, what happened there? I was very, like, that was really weird. I don't know why. I don't know why, like, Pan was the only one he saved. Like, I get they were trying to have this dramatic moment, but, like, it was really weird because he just let everyone else get blasted, and I don't know why they did it. But yeah, I really liked this episode. Felt a lot more dramatic and more dynamic in what was happening, with especially the chase scene and the moment where they were, like, charging up Goku. Like, it had this dramatic climactic feeling to it, and I feel like if they don't finish up things in, like, the next episode, it won't have the same feeling, to say the very least. But yeah, here's, like, I just want an all-out, non-stop fight, for the next episode. Like, well, like, a really intense, like, just constant, like, I want to see them wailing on each other, like, this epic, satisfying, crunchy fight, like, the fight at the end of the Tournament of Power, basically. Like, in episode, like, I'm skipping to Super here, but this is my example. At, like, Super episode 131, Goku, Frieza, and Android 17 versus Jiren, like, the dynamicity, I don't know, like, how dynamic and, like blood pump, like that fight was so good. That last fight in 131, where it's just, like, constant, and, like, it's timed to the music and everything, and, like, I want that for Goku versus Baby, like, some equivalent of that, where it's just, like, this really well-animated, smooth, like, edge-of-your-seat, blood-pumping, like, fight, like, that only lasts a minute or two, but it's just so, like, good that it's, like, yeah, I want that to happen in the next episode. Just because that'll be the most satisfying way to end it, I feel like, even though they'll have lost the momentum that they build up from this episode. I do not think that's what they're going to do, because GT has not had a single good fight so far, if I'm being honest. But that's what I would like. Yeah, like, because like I'm waiting for them to bust out the really well animated stuff, you know what I mean? Like, we're 38 episodes in now, and I'd really like a whoa, they really broke the bank on that one. Because like, even like every Dragon Ball series has those moments where you're like, wow, that's the part they spent their money on. They didn't spend money on these other scenes, but that one they spent money on. So I'm waiting for like that moment where it's like, yeah, they really stepped up the animation for this, which we haven't really gotten, if I'm being honest. At least nothing comes to mind. With that said, though, I don't think the animation for GT is terrible or anything. They do a good job. I feel like there hasn't really been any glaring off model things, which is really nice. Especially in Super, where I feel like they're off model a lot. Like, even sometimes, like, even after like episode 28, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot of weird off model stuff in that show. But in this show, in GT, I don't feel like there's no distracting off model stuff in GT, at least for the most part. But yeah, what I'm thinking for next episode, though, is I'm thinking that, like, it's going to start out with this fight, and then something's going to happen to where it's like there, it's not just going to be a straight up fight. They're going to I feel like they're going to throw in another thing to make it more dramatic. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Goku's going to be winning at first, but then Baby will do something to catch him off guard, and then there'll be this drag out final moment, and like, I feel like that's what they're going to do. You know what I mean? Because there's no way, like, if they had fought this episode, then I feel like, okay, that would be the ending of Baby. You know what I mean? But because the fight's going to happen in next episode, they're going to do something to drag it out. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to pull out something. They're going to, like, they never ended as like just a straightforward easy fight. Like, they're gonna do something, basically, is what I'm saying. Well, something to make it more dramatic, because like, if it's just a fight, because like, the thing is, going like next episode, it, like, if this had all been contained in one episode, this episode plus the fight in the next one, then they would have built up all this momentum and they could have had this really great climactic moment. But because it's going to be at the beginning of next episode, it won't feel super climactic if they just fight and Goku wins. Like, if they had done it at the end of this episode after building everything in it, then it would have felt really dramatic, really climactic, and really fitting and satisfying. But they can't just like have it be the beginning of the next episode and that be it. So we'll see what they do. I always say that. I know I always say that, but it's true because I'm watching a show and I use my eyes to see things. So yeah, that's all I have for now. I know I talked more about like what I hoped they would do as opposed to this episode, but a lot of this is me speculating as to what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, even though I know the basic points, like the basic plot points and stuff, and the iconicity of the different arcs and like stuff like that, I don't know, like, episode to episode. I don't know how things are gonna. I don't know, like, what twists and turns might happen. I don't know what maybe, like, if they're gonna when they're gonna wrap things up, etc., etc. You get what I'm saying here. I'm rambling, but that's all I have for now. If you enjoyed this reaction review thingamabob, then feel free to check out my other Dragon Ball GT episode reviews. I am going through the entire series, watching it through for the blah, blah, blah. I cannot talk. I'm sorry. I'm watching it through for the very first time, and I'm doing episode by episode reviews of each single episode after I watch them. And if you like those, then, you know, stay tuned for what's coming up next, because I'm going to keep doing them until I watch the whole dang gosh diddly darn series. But yeah, feel free to check out the rest of my stuff. Feel free to stay tuned. Do whatever you want. Whatever. Have fun with yourself. I hope you have a nice day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.